Yo, what up, high school students? My name is Michael. I'm a producer here at Media Saints, and I love to produce online videos, among many things. In this video, we're going to give you 10 tips on how to make super sweet online video, and I hope you enjoy it. Alright, tip number 1. Let's start from the top, and let's start with the most flipping important thing. When you're making an online video, when you're making any video, just remember this. Use good gear. Before you do anything, before you rush out with your ideas and all that kind of stuff, get yourself settled with some good gear. Now, this doesn't mean that you have to get something like this. Like, you don't have to go and get this. This is a big camera. It's a big camera. Look at the size of this camera. Like, it's big. But you don't need something like this to make good video. You can do good video with a lot of different things. But make sure you spend some time thinking about how to get some good gear under your hand. Get yourself a laptop, like something like this. Get yourself a laptop. Get yourself set up with some good equipment. Because if you don't have good equipment, I can tell you this. I can tell you what's going to happen. You are going to get inspiration blocked. Because you're going to get stuck with your ideas because your gear can't execute what you're thinking about. So tip number 1, get good gear and get on it quickly. Alright, tip number 2, second in line. Audio. Microphones. Audio. Microphones. Audio. Microphones. Audio. Microphones. Audio. Microphones. Hold up. Audio. Microphones. 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 Audio is king. No matter how good you shoot your video, if I can't hear what you're saying, I don't care. How many times have you watched the news where you couldn't hear what the person was saying? Well, tonight you're not listening anyway, but how many times have you watched the news and you couldn't hear what they were saying? Never, because the most important thing about video is having good audio. So pro tip, it's better to have good audio and bad video than it is to have good video and bad audio. We've had tip number 1, shoot with good gear. Tip number 2, audio is king. Tip number 3, see it, have a plan. Have a plan. If you don't have a plan for how you're going to do this, and it can be as crappy as my plan right here, just scribble it down on a pen and paper. If you don't have a plan, you're going to get in a lot of trouble. Have a plan and stick to it, because you need to be able to get something done. You can have all the ideas you want in the world, but if you've got no way of making them, then you're never going to get it done. Tip number 4. Okay, so you've got your good gear, you've got a plan, and you've got your audio set up. Tip number 4. You need to spend some time thinking about who you're talking to. You need to think about when people watch this video, first thing, when are they watching it? Second thing, who's watching it? Third thing, how are they watching it? If you can spend some time thinking about that, you're going to understand better how to communicate with them. Because there's a big difference from when you're watching a video on YouTube to when you're watching a video in a cinema. Now, I presume a lot of the video you guys are going to be making are going to be for YouTube. So that's okay, that's cool. But think about what time of the day people are going to be watching them. Are they going to be watching them at work? Are they going to be watching them at home late at night? Are they going to be watching them with other people? Ask yourself these questions because it makes a big difference. And try to address that. Try to frame your video in a way that helps it be consumed when you are watching it different times of the night. Top tip, if you're making a video that you think people are going to watch at night, put some nice, enjoyable music in it and make it simple and easy to understand. Because at 2 a.m. in the morning, when I'm watching YouTube, I'm eating junk food on the internet. I don't want anything, super interesting. I want stuff that's just going to be kind of fun and enjoyable to watch. 5. Strong, clear, simple messages. Don't complicate things. Have a message, have a good, simple message. It's better to say a simple message well than it is to say a complex message badly. If you can think about, one of the things I always like to think about when I make a film, is I like to think about, if there was one thing someone could get out of this video, what is it? And I focus on that. I think about my one main overarching message, and I focus on that the whole time. Because at the end of the day, it's better that someone understands one thing about your video and gets one really good message than it is to get all these other messages and get confused and not know what you're doing and then just really just go and do something else and not give a crap about it. Because we consume a lot of content. We consume a lot of things on the internet. I watch a lot of YouTube. And eventually, you're going to start forgetting about things that you've watched. So just focus on doing one thing really well. 6. Get feedback. Show your video to people. get feedback, show your video to people. I shouldn't have to repeat it twice, but I did. I shouldn't have to repeat that twice, but I did. But get some feedback. Show people what you're doing. Show it to your mum. Show it to your dad. Show it to your brother. Show it to your sister. Show it to anyone and everybody. Because ultimately, you need to know whether your tip number 5 message actually makes sense. Is the message that you're actually trying to say coming across? Show them while you're editing. Show them drafts. Show them things as it progresses and get them to understand. And the top tip, don't explain anything. Don't tell them what you're going to show them. Just show it to them. And if it doesn't make sense, then clearly it doesn't make sense. Easy? Got it? Good. Great. Number 7. Make it easy to find. Once you've made your video, whatever it is you're going to make it easy to find. If you're using YouTube, give yourself some tags and put tags like things that people are going to search on the internet, things people are going to search on YouTube, like your name, the name of the business, the name of the film that you're making, the name of whatever you're doing. Put them in there. Make it easy, because as me as a consumer, as someone who watches a lot of internet content, I'm probably just going to put your name into YouTube and see what comes up. And if it's a great little video, fantastic, I found it. But not everyone is going to remember the URL string behind your video. So make sure you get some searchability on that stuff. Number 8. I ate breakfast this morning. It was McDonald's and fantastic. Top tip number 8, continue the conversation. Just making a video for YouTube or just make a video for Facebook or anything like that is great. But you need to be ready to respond. People are going to ask you questions. People are going to comment. People are going to share your stuff around. You got to understand that making the video is just the start. Making the video is not the end. Making the video isn't the product. Making the video is the talking point. So you're just creating something for people to talk about. Number 9, be open to change. This is really important. So many producers have this fixed idea in their head. They say, this is what I'm going to do. And then isn't very good. And so all that top tip number 6, get feedback, all that feedback that they get, they don't take on board and they don't change their video. So it's really important when people give you feedback and people watch your stuff and people are commenting and people say, this could be a little better, then go and make it better. Go and do it. Go and respond. Be open to change your product, because ultimately, at the end of the day, give people what they want to see. Show people what they want to see and they'll love you forever. Yeah? Cool? Yeah? Good. Top tip number 10, the last one, and probably the most important one, probably more important than every other one of these steps, is have fun. Enjoy the process. Get into it. Smile. Don't stop smiling. No one likes people who are sad. You might want to be an indie filmmaker and make this compelling documentary about all this kind of stuff about depression, blah, 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 blah. But ultimately, people like things that are enjoyable. We live in a happy world, so have fun with your process and enjoy it. And be ready to make mistakes. It's okay to stuff this up. It's okay, because you don't do this for a career. No one's paying you to do this right now. So it's okay to make a mistake. But if you follow these tips and you make a mistake and you're having fun and you can rectify it and fix it, man, that is a combination for winning awesome. So go out there. Make your videos. Make them good. No, you'd have to make them good. Make them. That's the first thing. Go out there and get it done. Follow these tips, and I guarantee you that you will have tips. So there is your top 10 tips on how to make awesome video. My name's Michael Woods, and this is an upside down piece of paper. Come over here. So for payment for watching this video, please, I'm making a little film and I'd love you to watch it. So go to www.facebook.com/Conquering California. This is my film that I'm making. It's a film for Facebook. So I would love you guys to check it out. Write on my wall. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like. Follow the same process that I've helped you with. And so, I help you. You help me. Let's get together and watch some Barney. Nah, whatever. See ya.